Every forest has roots, but not all of them feed on the living. This is the tale of something ancient, buried beneath the earth, and very, very hungry. This is the Root Glutton. Days after the encounter at the well, Iris and Fiona are recovering. Their resolve has hardened and training has begun. But when Silas's lantern flares to life again, a new horror awaits. The sisters sat inside their barn-turned-bunker, the lantern between them. They'd made it a habit to sit with it every night. That night, it lit up on its own. Silas's voice crackled through like a distant memory.
There's something stirring in the woods near Ashburn Hollow. Roots that were meant to sleep have woken, and they're hungry.
Iris exchanged a glance with Fiona. "Where do we start?" Iris asked aloud. The lantern pulsed, then projected a soft beam of golden light, like a compass, pointing through the barn wall.
Follow it. There's something I buried long ago. It will help you.
At dawn, the sisters followed the lantern's light through thick morning fog and dewy fields. The light stopped at the edge of the Ashburn wood, revealing a crumbling stone watchtower hidden behind a curtain of ivy. "Wasn't this place condemned?" Fiona whispered. They pushed open the door. Dust danced in the slats of sunlight. The stone tower was hollow and empty, until Fiona, pacing along the walls, accidentally leaned on a loose brick. A grinding sound echoed as a trapdoor groaned open beneath the floorboards. Iris stepped down first, lantern in hand. They descended into a hidden basement filled with old tomes, jars of strange herbs, and in the center, a giant map etched into the floor. It was a monster map. "These are sightings," Iris whispered, studying the markings. "And this one, with the tree roots around it?" "Looks like our guy," Fiona muttered. A tattered journal nearby gave the creature a name: the Root Glutton. Back at the farm, the girls got to work. Iris honed her swordsmanship on a straw dummy, precise and unrelenting. Her movements were faster, sharper. Fiona, meanwhile, set traps, crafted lures, and experimented with smoke bombs and sticky nets. "You're improvising again," Iris noted. "Wild cards got a wild," Fiona winked. At night, the lantern glowed faintly. The Root Glutton was on the move. The sisters rode Shimmy into the forest. The trees were unnaturally twisted. Roots pulsed and moved ever so slightly, as if breathing. Birds didn't sing, no wind, just silence and dread. "Keep your eyes on the ground," Iris whispered. Fiona nodded. The sisters rode out. Shimmy trotted uneasily as they neared the decaying fence line of a rotted homestead. The air smelled of mold and iron. A scarecrow slumped in the distance, its head sunken, its arms slack. Vines choked the fields, curling unnaturally. Fiona plucked one of the roots, still wet, like it just grew. Suddenly, the earth pulsed. Roots twisted, curling like fingers. "Iris, back!" Fiona shouted. They dodged just as a root snapped up like a whip, tearing a gash in the ground. They ran for the barn, slamming the door behind them. Inside, ancient tools rusted in rows. From a crack in the boards, they saw the scarecrow move. Not walk, shift. Its sackcloth face folded back to reveal a mouth full of moss and teeth. It's not in the ground, Iris realized. It's using the whole farm. Roots burst up through the barn floor. Fiona hurled a sticky tar pouch, freezing the motion for just a moment. Iris drove her silver dagger into the knot of roots, but they only flinched. We're going to need something bigger. They escaped into the root cellar, hoping for shelter. What they found was worse. Bones. Dozens of them. Deer, dogs, and smaller ones. Human-sized. Every inch of the cellar was netted in pale, hungry roots. Fiona found a rotting harvest idol, twisted into the shape of a woman's face, mouth stretched wide. This used to be worshipped. I think it still thinks it's owed something. Iris held up her lantern. Maybe we give it a light snack. The girls returned to the field, baiting the earth with salt and rusted coins. Fiona laid out her pouch arsenal in a half circle, while Iris stood with her crossbow, tip dipped in oil. From beneath, the soil convulsed. A shape heaved upward, roots forming it into a towering beast. Face formed from vines and wheat husks. Fiona's flash pouch burst, stunning it. Iris fired the bolt. Fire flared. The glutton screamed, the voice of wind and starvation. It charged, straight into a pit Fiona had masked with ash and twine. The creature fell. Iris took a steady breath in and found her target. A slow exhale. Loose. Another oil-dipped bolt finds its target. The pit lit like a kiln. Ash drifted like snow. All that remained was a tangled, blackened vine. Fiona bent and pulled an ancient root from the ground, petrified and black as obsidian. It pulsed faintly in her hand. They wrapped it in a cloth and tucked it into Fiona's saddlebag. "Souvenir," she added. That night, they returned to the abandoned watchtower. They laid the blackened root on the monster map next to the mimic's false locket. The lantern flared again.
Well done. But beware. The next creature doesn't eat to live. It eats because it loves the sound.
The sisters looked at each other. "What kind of monster loves a sound?" Fiona asked. The lantern dimmed to a whisper.
It feeds on voices, but only ones that tremble.